everybody, it's Callie and I'm back with another 2-page layout today. So I'm going to scrapbook these photos of a trip to Lake Superior, and because it's very woodsy and foresty, I'm going to use both some lake themed and some more woodsy elements. So that's what I'm doing here. I have this wood paper from Doodlebug Petite Prints. It's the Bon Bon Buffalo Check wood grain paper, and I have two pieces. So I mounted those two photos on that paper, and then I also have that other sheet of paper that I will mount the other photos on. I also have that blue paper. It's a miscellaneous piece of paper from a paper pack. I don't remember what paper pack that was that it came from. But it works really well with the blue in the sky and the lake there. So the shores can be sandy, but also can be pretty rocky of Lake Superior depending on where you are. So this really cool Reminisce Rocky Shores collection, the Surf's Up paper, because there is a picture of surf on the other side, is perfect for this. And I don't often use photoreal papers, but sometimes it's a bit of a challenge to do it. So I am doing that this time and combining it with things that are not photoreal. So that's a little bit of a challenge, but it's so perfect for this layout. I couldn't not do it. So I am adding in that 3x4 card from Ellie's Studio. It says live, travel, tell the story, repeat. I love to travel. You probably figured that out if you followed me for any time, as lots of us do. All right, so I have not glued down the photos on the left because I want to wait to do that until I kind of determine what kind of embellishments I'm going to use on there. I have that chipboard that says life was meant for good friends and great adventures. And part of this is that's my boyfriend there on the left, but this was a trip that I did with some friends from high school. So I'm thinking about using that tree sticker. I have a sticker that says nature. And then I found this little sticker that says adventure, and kind of playing around with those. That adventure and nature sticker both come from the Echo Park Summer Camp sticker accent sheets. And then I only had one of those tree stickers, so I went into my Christmas supplies, yay for using some Christmas supplies up, and grabbed these wood trees. They're from Recollections, which is Michael's brand. And I'm going to add these in here. So it gets that across, and I do like the fact that they're wood, because obviously there's a lot of wood in the photos, or woods in the photos, trees in the photos, but also they echo the lighter brown of that chipboard piece that's on the left page right now. That phrase is from the Echo Park Summer Adventure decorative brads, actually. And then I looked at that and decided I actually liked that nature sticker there. So this is another nature sticker, just in some different colors, and that is from that summer camp sticker accents. I just decided I wanted to add some green to that left page just because it has so many other colors. Now I do need a journaling spot or two, so I grabbed my Ellie's Studio label stickers, and I'm going to do them in gray because there's so much gray in the rocks in that background. So I thought that would be kind of a nice way to accent that. So I've got the gray and I've got the browns there. There's a lot of brown in there, which is one of the reasons I picked, there's some brown, but there's a lot of orange in those rocks. So that's why I picked this particular like kind of a faux wood grain paper. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Phone call answered. Anyway, I picked that faux wood grain paper because of the orange in the rocks. It's a little bit more orange than some of the other papers I had. So I decided to switch that chipboard to the top on the left page, just because it's lighter, and I thought that was a nice diagonal there. Especially because I wanted to get that little bit of green to the page on the left because there's so much green to the page on the right. I'm adding in another label, both just for scale. I thought it needed something else there, another layer. Plus, it'll give me a little bit more room for journaling here. So I definitely needed something else, and I didn't want to add another tree to that cluster because I wouldn't have had enough room to journal then because it would have gotten in the way. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a title here, and I'm using some LA Studio alphabet stickers. Now, it's super hard to see this on camera here. It is much easier to read it on the page. It still is a little it's not tough, really hard to read it, but it is a little harder to read, but I'm okay with that. And again, I wanted to get some green in here, a little bit more green, because there was only that one nature sticker and I thought it didn't look balanced enough, but now that that bit of green is up there, I think it looks much more balanced. So that's where that is kind of coming from, the reason that I'm doing this. I'm having to MacGyver letters here because I don't have any R's, so I'm using B's and cutting those up, and then cutting up K's or X's. I don't remember which I did right off the top of my head. Doesn't matter. I cut up a letter so I could have a leg for the R. So that's what's going on here. It took me a little bit of time to do that, but now that's all done, and I have a title there, and kind of like the way that has turned out. Just getting that taken care of there. Trying to anyway. And I'm really liking, I love that. I love the rock paper because it looks so much like, the area we were on was pretty beachy, but if you went off the beaches, it was very rocky like that. As a matter of fact, I'm a massage therapist. Many of you know that. But if I do hot stone work, my hot stones actually came from the shores of Lake Superior, which is pretty cool. Not that I didn't gather them, someone else did, but that's a kind of a neat tie-in, and a neat tie-in for me because it's from my home state. So just kind of thing. All right. So I'm adding in these leaf stickers. They came from the Echo Park Summer Adventure Element stickers there. Just a little extra something. It felt like everything was too much the same and a little bit too, not flat, because it still is pretty flat, but just a little something extra here. Then I want something else extra here, and so I'm going to add these enamel dots. These, I don't know where these are from for sure. I think they were from Freckled Fawn, so they're really a purpley color, but they come off as very gray with just a touch of purple. I don't think that's a bad thing with all of those rocks on that page on the left, and if you looked at it, you wouldn't think that they were purple. I just think they work out really well. They kind of reminded me of stones. So there's this still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.